Welcome to High Tea with Grace, where we spill the tea on HIT. I'm thrilled to be here at the HIMSS conference, interviewing the industry's greatest leaders about trends in the space. So tell me, who are you and what do you do? But I know you well. So.
Hi, Grace. It's so good to be back. My name is Patty Hayward, and I am the General Manager of Healthcare and Life Sciences at Talkdesk.
I love it. Now, what is Talkdesk?
So Talkdesk is an AI-driven contact center as a service provider, and we have a really great healthcare and life sciences vertical that has taken a lot of time to really integrate deeply with EHRs, really look very deeply at workflows, understand what's happening, especially around health systems, the challenges that we have, and how can we really help make patient communication better, as well as looking at patient access, rev cycle, all of those different things that come along with that.
Amazing. Now, what trends are you hearing in the HIMSS hallways?
So the thing that I'm hearing a lot, which is something that I find a little bit amusing because it's something that I've been talking about for a long time, and that is as we start thinking about AI, one of the most important things is not necessarily the technology, although that's super exciting. It's really how do we look at our processes and get them ready to do this automation work, right? Having automated manual processes for 25 years, it's always been our biggest challenge. So it's really nice to hear that coming from the main stage of, hey guys, we really need to look at all of the steps we've added into our processes and figure out, do we really need those? Should we streamline? Should we really look at things in a way that allows the AI to really do its thing, right? Right now, we put a lot of manual processes in there in order for humans to be able to do these things and make sure we don't make mistakes. As we think about AI, it consumes information differently. So we need to think a little differently about how we look at these processes. And that's been a huge discussion. In fact, when we were talking with Hopkins yesterday, that was something that came up right away. And it just made me grin a little.
Really, really interesting stuff. Now, I'm asking leaders here what they feel to be the most underrated or underreported health equity issue right now.
I think that as we think about a lot of this technology that's been rolling out, it does take a lot of work to get it going as far as that hard human work to really look at your processes, et cetera, as well as just the expense of the technology. So I think what we're going to see, and we've probably seen this before, the leaders are going to leap ahead and the laggards are going to lag more behind because it just costs money and time that these folks don't necessarily have. So I think we're probably going to see a little bit more of a gap growing.
Interesting.
Which, of course, is going to affect our rural areas, our areas that have less access already. And I think that's probably the challenge we'll continue to see.
Now, we have a lot of young people here at HIMSS, and I would love for you to give some advice to them looking to get into healthcare technology.
It's really funny. I've had quite a few people reach out to me lately around this exact topic. And the thing that I try to get them to think about is not jobs. Not their job that they've done or the job that they want, but skill sets that they have and that they've acquired. And think about that differently versus, hey, I had this job or that job and I want this job or that job. Think about it from a skills perspective. Gather as many skills as you can and then market them as a skill set as opposed to, I want this job, because you'll find jobs start to kind of come to you based on the skill sets that you have. And then the other thing I would say that is the most important thing you can do is grow your network, maintain your network, and make sure you're talking to folks about all the new things that are coming on.
Great advice. So great to have you on today.